I'm thinking about it.
All right. As mentioned beforehand, turn order because it was on a different map doesn't show up here, so I screenshot it and put it in Discord.
Oh, okay.
So
I
if
remember
I
I went first.
yeah,
I was like,
if
I
I
was about
ever
to do
like
something.
accidentally skip you, remind me and keep track of that
Yeah. Well,
because I'm looking quite literally at two screens.
Are we jumping right in? Are we good? Should I start or?
Yeah.
Okay.
As the team advances straight towards their destination, you manage to get the book back, Taylor, and jump straight into the ladder system you created upon yourself.
Nope, trick, baby.
And then currently have that door closed. Is it
Yep.
transparent? Are you able to see outside of that zone?
I can see out, and no one else can see in. Like I'm basically
Okay.
like sitting on a window.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I mean, I don't have to be on it.
And right now you do see the rest of your contingency coming in soon after. Carthal's on the ground bleeding out, and I think you saved once. Shade's on the ground bleeding out, unconscious.
Shade? Oh, that's right.
I did save one time.
Yes. And Towan as a elk, stag, deer, I forget what it was, and Cerberus, and also Kaithal's own mechanized hound, all hopping aboard. It's been a very, very stressful couple of hours in this town, and a very stressful storm of snow. Let's see how this might turn out in the Battle of the Courtyard. Talon, you're up first.
Stressful. The dance is just getting interesting. Anyway, well, I had another idea that might work. So I'm gonna open the door. Whoop. I'm gonna hop out, tiptoe up to my friend Kayathal there, and I'm gonna tilt his head up and give him a little potion to wake him up. And I'll mumble under my breath and be like, giving elves a bad name. Wake up!
Oh, sorry. I forgot this part. You can still do that,
Okay.
but giving yourself a potion is bonus action. Giving it to someone else, or administering it to someone else, is a action.
Okay,
You quite literally have to open their mouth and make them drink.
We said my owl might be able to help out with that. Whatever. I don't really care. I'm fine with that. That's totally fair. Okay, so I'm gonna grab him, or not grab him. Oh yeah, I will dose him with my potion, and then I'm thinking if now that he's technically alive and conscious, he said I might be able to grab his hand and have him help me like limp into this place.
Yeah, that'll definitely give you advantage on that. So Kaithal, actually. Taylor, go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. I'm like, come on, buddy, let's go. We gotta get away from this bitch.
All right.
Min-max?
That is 7 points. Kaithal, you're back up to 7.
Okay.
Which is better than nothing.
Heck yeah. Heck yes,
I'm
it
bleeding.
is. Thank you,
I'm
David.
actually pretty hurt too. Yeah, I give you my hand. I'm like, come, brother. Join us. The dance is yet on.
As you begin to drag Kaithal straight towards... Oops, accidentally grab the creature as well. As you begin to drag your... I keep dragging them. Go ahead and roll athletics with advantage as you basically have Kaithal use the momentum to move themselves forwards. All you really have to be is a 12, but with advantage, it shouldn't be impossible.
See what happens with the -1. Here we go. Hey!
Oh, 17's on all around.
Super athletic.
Able to get Kaithal inside and you yourself. You are now back inside. Do you close? Or do you leave it
yeah.
up?
I as I see my friends are right there, I like look at them and I'm like, you guys take over. We're gonna take a quick break. Take a quick breath. We'll be right back. And I shut the door and
Immediately
disappear.
disappears.
Yeah, disappear to the dimension.
I hope you took the book with you.
He did.
Yeah, I have it with me. You do you, all right? I told you I get the book, man. I told you when we were in the chapel, I opened the door again. I told you when I was in the chapel or church building, I would get the fucking thing. I got it.
Give a thumbs up.
Technically, Kayathal got it. But then he gave it to me. Okay, so I have it
Give
now. Like I
give
said.
a thumbs up.
Anyway, yeah, go do your thing. All right, I got something. We're busy. All right, now shut the door.
And you shut the door. Soon after, the enemy's turn takes place.
Yes, I love rope trick.
Yeah, road trip's pretty good. Looking towards you, well, not looking towards you exactly, but looking towards the enemy, the female that you'd have no idea who she is, what her relation is to anything, but she does stand there at a whopping 5'9", which is pretty tall. Not the tallest thing you've seen in the world, but pretty
Huge
tall.
bitch.
I'm 6 feet. She's still a head smaller than me.
Like I said, pretty tall, but not the tallest thing you've seen in the world, Cerberus. She does state, well then, annoying. Looks towards you two, and then immediately clasps both hands together and begins to chant something. As she finishes the chant,
Oh, shit.
5, 4,
I got
3,
nothing to go. I got nothing.
2,
I'm
1.
out of spells.
Got nothing.
I'm the only one who can do it.
Heckling me right now. Tolwyn, your form comes back to normal.
Wow, she's racist against druids? That's fucked up.
His transformation isn't spell specifically.
It is now.
What is the details? Because that is a good loophole, Cerberus.
As I understand, he's using beast shape, which is a class feature.
Yep, it's just an ability.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very true.
Wild shape.
I'm not sure.
Technically can't be dispelled, but in a way it is still a magic. It is a magical.
Yeah,
it is technically a magical spell. But yeah,
you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you've seen before.
Dispel magic does structured spells, but his beast shaping isn't a structured spell. So
It's like innate magic.
Yeah, anti-magic field may work. That's a big maybe.
Yeah.
But dispel magic won't.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell 3rd level or lower, the target ends. For each spell, 3rd blah blah blah. Make an ability check using spellcaster's ability. Blah, 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 blah. And what do you call it?
It is wild shape.
Yeah. It's not a magical effect, though, right?
You can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast, so it could be considered a magical effect, I guess. If you want to rule it that way.
I would rule it that way, but yeah, I think it had. I mean, how would you determine a level? Is the only thing I would say.
Well, the
spell.
level of the creature that I'm turned into right now requires me to be level 6.
Yeah.
No. Cerberus making a good point. Oh.
Yeah. Because it would be kind of shicey if you could dispel all of his wild shapes, I guess.
I mean, not that shicey, but it is an interesting loophole you can work with. So as she begins to clasp down on the giant creature, the magic flows around them, but it doesn't take hold or take shape. Looking at
you might
this,
be able to dispel. You might be able to dispel my spell. I think. I don't think you. I mean, it says a magical effect within range.
Yeah.
It doesn't say you have to see it.
It's perfectly fine.
It's a
The enemy,
effect.
Talon, the enemy can fail. It's perfectly fine. It happens.
Yeah.
Trying to change you back, but is unable to. Looking at this, she does state, well, that is a tad annoying, but it seems we have a druid here. I thought it was a wizard. And then she immediately twin casts firebolts directly towards Cerberus. But she will probably still miss because AC is pretty good. Hey, is your AC higher currently, or is the same?
She just hits.
Okay. Then immediately, like a small firebolt just shoots straight towards you. You take 9 points of damage. It's not that strong, but it's something. Cerberus.
So, with the way I'm on right now, do I know if he can, like, charge? Because I was thinking that he and I can charge together, and I can get an advantage to hit while I'm mounted.
You would still have to wait on his turn, but yeah, definitely viable.
Okay. Shoot. I won't be able to get my extra attack then. But with an advantage, it might not matter.
Depending on what
And
you
I
get.
am kind of low on HP. So this is what I'll do. I know now she's a spell slinger, and I definitely want some more health.
You can pull back, drink a potion, lay on hands.
Alright, I'm going to have to drink not a lesser, but what is the...
So how hurt are you, Kelmore? Because actually, I'm reading the spell. I can drop the rope back through, and you can
I'm
just
at
climb
32 out of
You can-
77.
It's not even a door. It's actually like it's just like a wall, like an invisible wall, and then I can pull the rope up into it or let it back down.
I
Because
need
I don't shut the
we need to
door.
take her down. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I will use... what is the health potion? The next one up from the 2d4?
4d4 plus 4, I believe.
Is that name greater, or is it just health?
I believe it's greater.
Healing. Yeah, that's a greater healing.
I can't quite recall if my health potion is a greater or the 2d4. Bonus action, correct? And we have 10 more points for lay on hands. 2d4 then, just to be safe. And it's 2d4 plus what?
If you're just using the standard, it's 2d4 plus 2. So a total of 7, just like I thought.
Yeah. Then I'm going to have to hold my turn to charge with Elk. Elk Tolan to charge forward, and I'm going to strike her with all my strength. That's about all I can do right now.
All right. Kaithal.
Okay. My wolf, the rock, will run up to her. Will force rend her.
7 does not hit.
Or does not hit. So it didn't do anything but growl at her. And then I'm just going to... how many potions do we actually have among us? I forget if I have one in my pocket or not.
At this point, I'm not sure. Check your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I do not, because I'm pretty sure I would have drank it by now.
I mean, you're sitting right next to me. If you want something, I would give it to you. I have one, is what I'm saying. I have another one. I had 2.
Well,
So, what's mine is yours. We gotta kill this bitch, and I want to get back to the
okay. Okay, so then as my bonus action, I guess I will take it from him unless you deem it as an action, because I'm taking it from him. Okay. So I will down that real quick.
All right.
And what is that?
2d4 plus 2.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, nice, Max.
Okay, cool. I'll take that for sure. And then as my action, Talon, can I drop out of this thing whenever I want to, or do you have to?
Yeah, you can leave.
Okay. So
you just drop through the hole. It's basically like a window that we can look through, and I just pulled the rope up, so you can just whoop, hop down 10 feet.
Okay, so I will drop down that 10 feet and launch my chakram at her.
All right. Moving out, you manage to jump down without too much of an issue, and then throw the chakram directly towards her. It hits her body and cuts in for 16 points of damage as it bounces back. As you grab onto it, you can tell that there's a strange vibration within the metal of your chakram, but nothing else out of the ordinary.
Okay. So then I have one more attack. I'll just go ahead and do the same. As I spin in a circle, it comes back to my hand, and I release it again right as it comes back. I don't know, 15, that's not going to hit that one.
Unfortunately, that's not going to hit.
Okay. So that one comes back to me, and that will end my turn.
All right.
As a side note, real quick, sorry.
Yes.
Now that Duroc is next to her, any attack she has is disadvantage, or at least once during a round.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. Towen, currently Service asks if you can charge straight towards the woman, because he's currently holding action.
Okay. So I will. So I guess that's 5, 10, 15, like 20 feet.
Which Service you can go ahead and proc your attack or wait after.
I'll wait for him to do his thing, and then I'll attack.
All right.
So I'm doing a charge. So I move at least 20 feet straight towards the target. I can like back up and move if I have to. If I hit with a ram, it does some extra damage and might make them go prone. So I'm gonna roll for a ram.
I might get advantage again, anyways.
Six. Only got a 9 to hit.
Not gonna hit.
So that's move, action, and I don't really have anything to do with my bonus action, so yeah.
All right. Cerberus, you're up. You can tell that the stag begins to rush over straight towards this woman and try to rush and gorge her with the horns. However, with the momentum, she simply moves out of the way, and Cerberus, as you strike down into the ground and try to carve into her, the same momentum that moved her away from the stag moves her away from your blade as you just sink it into the ground.
I take a 15, doesn't hit?
I'm afraid not.
Alright.
Alright.
Continue.
I believe it is now unconscious and dying. Not a 1. Talon.
Who's dying?
Don't worry about it. Talon.
Ah, shit, Shade.
Where is Shade?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
I can see him.
No, you can't. It has been in an elapsed round, which means things have... If you're not paying attention to them, and you weren't, based off of that response to everyone, you no longer see him. The storm has gotten worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was busy. Kyle is my main concern. Shade was Shade an elf?
Shade was something you don't know.
Yeah, if I didn't know he was an elf, I wouldn't be as concerned about him just in general. But also, Kyle has fought and bled with me, so I know I would leave somebody, even if I knew where he was, I would go after Kyle first.
I'm super focused on the opponent right now.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Guess we better move quick. Although, I mean, I would if I knew he was over there.
You can look for him with a free action perception check. DC to beat currently is 14.
Well, honestly, as a player, I want to find him because I'm like, oh man, but like as a my character, like, I mean, I don't think he would care. I want to go after him, but I can't even think of a reason. Plus, I have a blade in my hand right now that really is not. Yeah, the fact that even probably helps Kyle. I probably should have had to make a roll for that. Actually, I think about it. I saw a dead elf.
Very rich in the moment. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'll just hop out. Wee! Just dance over this bitch, and like be like, "You son of a!" And I'm gonna just. How's she looking, by the way? Because I'm dancing over there.
Lightly hurt, as if she has like a scratch here and there, but overall not even close to bloodied.
She doesn't even look upset. Okay. Is she a humanoid?
She is a dark elf, or as Taylor would know them, disgusting scum drow.
Oh my. Well, I guess. I mean, like you said, like things are kind of different in this world, but like, yeah.
Yeah, you've met the drow. If they're not attached to Lolth, they're okay because they're not controlled by, evil, a betrayer god. However, know based off of her appearance, her eyes, child of Scarlet, which means Not a good person.
Yeah, this bitch going down. I'm not gonna play around. I'm just gonna roll right up to her and be like, "Suck it." No, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't use. I'll just do it. I haven't done this in a while anyway. Green Flame Blade, and then I will attack. Hiya! Oops, no, the wrong one. Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
That worked. That works. Suck it. For some damage as my Green Flame Blade, and it does 2d8 damage as well. Like it doubles the damage. It does 1d8 for the Green Flame Blade, and then it just does an extra d8 for the crit. So if I need to roll that though, or no, it does. What did it say? A 5th level attack does 1d8, so I need to roll 2d8.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it doesn't just give you 8 damage though. That's not right.
I mean, that'd be really cool, but that's not right.
That would be really cool. I was like, wait, that's not right. I was like, wait, I don't remember this fail. 7 more works for me though.
It's still not good damage though.
Yeah,
you jump out, rush straight towards her, and stab directly into her abdomen. It bleeds out, and you rake it through, causing significant more damage. You can tell that this woman is hurt. Not bloodied, but she definitely felt that.
Yep. I said one good turn deserves another, and I kind of just dance over here because, why not? And then as I kind of dance and skid around trying to find another hole in her defenses, I have my owl help me. And I roll one more there, as I forgot it could help me last time. That didn't help very much. 10 plus 1, 19. Last one's 19. 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay, that's nice. Then I just slash her again.
Nice. Begin to use your owl hawk, because I keep forgetting to change it to an owl. Slash him.
It is a hawk, but it's like I keep calling it a. It's an owl by trait, hawk by look. I like it so much. I'm a blind guy doing that in another game. I'm like, hawk, get over here. But it's actually an owl.
That's fine. I have an owl token. Thankfully, they're not in the turn order, so it doesn't matter if I change them now. All right. And unfortunately, though, it is soon after the enemy's turn. I believe.
Oh, I was gonna stab him one more time with my bonus action. I forgot. No advantage this time. Dang it! 15 doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, it does not.
Nope.
You should now have control of the owl, unless I am mistaken. I could be though.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah, it flies away. It flew by. I was like, flew away.
Immediately doesn't want to get killed. Not like the last one.
Yep. I learned lesson.
Immediately looking around her, being surrounded by enemies, and has no idea where Kaithal is. Thankfully, with the storm, I'll tell you this now. Anyone outside of current perception range 30 feet can't be seen unless you have a true sight. But you can still look for them, and currently the DC to beat is 13, which is not a lot, but you still nearly look for them. Kylo's invisible to everyone in giant magic cube.
Yeah, so like I left the book in there, and I told Kyle not to touch it as well, because the space will stay for an hour, no matter what. I can go back and get it.
Yeah. But as I mentioned beforehand, she can still see you guys because you're within that range. As the storm gets worse, looking towards you, she does state, well, this is a tad annoying, but not impossible to beat. She looks towards the dog. I do apologize, but I am going to exclude you from this. Can only hit so many. And immediately claps her hands again and casts Fireball within the scope of you guys. Except for Kaithal, because she can't see Kaithal.
It hurt her too, though.
Not if she does it right.
Yeah, no, she's not a dummy.
And she was prepared for a lot of these contingencies.
I wish I took Shield Master instead of Slasher.
Yep, she'd do it here. Because she's been there for a while, just no one has bothered to look after the storm approached.
Yeah, I didn't.
And Kaithal, yeah. Thankfully enough, Kaithal's out of range and in a technical other dimension. So I don't think it would work anyway.
What did you say, DM, about her being there?
Oh, she's had time to get the lay of the land. basically, she's been walking around until everyone actually approached. Anyways, dexterity save, please.
Everyone, give yourself a +3.
Mhm.
I have plus again.
It's your plus your charisma, so I have a 16 total.
19.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Severus.
All right, 16, 16, and 16. Kaithal, you don't have the roll
19.
because you're far enough away. 19. Good to know. Immediately.
So mine was I included Severus's bonus there. I only have a +3 with the elk, so it's just a 13 total.
Everyone but
So I
Elk fails. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Immediately, a burning sensation just sweeps into the area and begins to burn through and through. Immediately, everyone except for Service and Talon, you guys take half, takes 8d6 points of fire damage. If you can reduce that, you're more than welcome to, in some way, shape, or form.
Sorry, did you say that it was up this way?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't go and hit the wolf, right?
No.
It wasn't. Oh, okay. I didn't know if I should have made a save for him.
No,
okay,
you're good.
cool.
You're good. Immediately, 26 points of fire damage begins to burn through everyone. Cerberus and, as I mentioned beforehand, anyone that beat 15 passes. Tolwan, you take the entire 26. Everyone else does take half of that, so that is 13.
No worries.
All right. Surprised you guys survived that. Man, she would do this, but does this seem fair as a GM to me?
It depends upon her tactical mind, I guess.
She's a fresh combatant with plenty of spells to burn. I just don't want her to, like, bam, 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 bam.
Well, as I understand, you can't multicast level spells.
It's true.
Unless you're changing that.
Unless you're quickening them. He let me cast them, so I was quickening them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Quickening is a different story. And
yeah.
well,
That's a different world and a different story. It's up to the DM in this story.
Yeah. You can tell that she's chanting something else out, begins to hold something into her palm of her hand, as if something's sparking through it. But she does not let it go and moves here. I don't think, Kaithal, if I'm correct, your hound has an attack of opportunity. I could be wrong, in which case, more than welcome to attack.
Oh, she's out of my range, though.
Is she?
Well,
Aren't you on Big Elk?
I don't get his attack range.
That's true! Yeah, Service, go ahead and attack if you'd like. Nice!
I don't know. It doesn't say that the dog gets not an attack of opportunity, so that would be up to you, sir.
Then probably not.
Okay.
Alright. Service.
My turn?
Yes!
Oh, I thought she was going to sling her spell.
I said she has yet to cast it. Out.
I will get off and move around over here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I think the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and use a bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite.
Alright.
So a shockwave goes across my blade as I bring it up. But you can kind of tell because it's pushing against the snow and all. And I will bring it down with all my might that I can. Really? I miss.
You hear an electric boom just immediately roar into the air. If you were within 300 feet, you can more than easily hear that. As the blade... Go ahead.
It only goes off if I hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the first time you hit with a melee attack. Good to know. Very good to know.
Finally, 28.
The Thunderous might proc into the second hit if you don't hit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Miss once. You hear electric boom burst in the air. 300 feet away. Sorry. As an electrical bolt shocks through her and the blade sinks in. You can tell that this woman is hurt and considered almost bloodied.
Make a 14. What type of strength saving throw, please?
All right.
Also, I will use a divine smite.
That's a 12.
She goes prone and is 10 feet away.
Oops.
Is she undead or a fiend?
She is neither.
Alright, then an extra 14 damage.
Alright.
If only I managed to hit her with the first attack, then I would be able to take more advantage over. Alright, I know that I'm probably going to actually take the rest of my movement and go right over here so that I can keep the people in my sphere of protection, but also not be in such a position where like a lightning bolt would hit us all, because that would be bad. And I want to make sure there's enough room for Tolwyn over here to do a charge, if that's what he wants to do. And
fair enough.
Let's see, my bonus action and my actions. So that's 14 plus 8 plus another 14 worth of damage. And she's prone, so that should be it. Oh, I will yell out to Kaithal in case he can hear me, and I will tell him to keep a lookout for any others in the area in case she's not alone.
All right, Kaithal.
I will have Duroc attack her since he's right there, or it is right there. Stupid dog.
Too.
I know. Okay.
Your hound rushes forwards, but unable to swing straight at her. She would have advantage, but 11 still doesn't hit.
Yeah, that's okay. So again, let's see, from where I'm at. Oops. She is okay. I am going to. Oh, I used my Misty Step earlier, didn't I? Okay, so I am going to drop. Yeah, I think I did. I will, I guess, just fling my blade or my my chakram at her again. Even though I know she's down, I'll get disadvantage on that. But
17 does hit.
Oh, cool.
It should be no, never mind. Keep
going. That's that. As I, you know what? I'm mad because she knocked me down, so I'm just flinging it at her. That's gonna miss for sure. But yeah, my anger got the best of me. I flung it and it barely missed Tolwyn.
Yeah. The first strike aimed smack dab slashes into her. When it recalls back into your hand, you feel that vibration again, this time stronger, but other than that, nothing else out of the ordinary. You swing again, but this time it curves into the ground and bounces back almost immediately to you. You catch it in hand.
Okay. That will end my turn as I am looking at my chakram, trying to figure out the vibration. trying to see if I can tell anything. But also, if I can just keep an eye out around, like Severus had said, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on our flank and wherever it is not on the battlefield.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
From what we can tell, you do hear a weird pattern of footprints standing around everywhere. You're not exactly sure where they are, but you can tell that things other than yourselves are currently in this town. Everyone except for the people that have been protecting the city so far are underground, which means probably enemies, but you're not sure how far away they are currently.
Gotcha.
The only other
I'll
person
convey
currently awake is an ally, but you're not sure if it's them either.
Okay. I know I'm too far away to kind of convey this to them, but as soon as I get to a spot where I can, I will.
All right. Tolan.
Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to consume a spell slot to heal myself 1d8.
All right, then.
And I rolled a 1. Cool.
Do you have enough room to do a charge?
Oh, yeah.
You
Because I can move through.
you can
You
curve
can move
around.
through friendly spaces. Yeah, I got 60 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So I'll like rush this way and then rush this way, basically. To do a charge. So that will be I'm attempting to do a ram.
Melee attack advantage.
Okay, so I'll roll twice. So
Either one
23.
hits.
Okay. So because I did that, I do an extra 2d6 damage, and if she wasn't already prone, she'd have to make a strength saving throw to be not knocked or be knocked prone, but she's already prone, so it is 2d6, actually just 4d6 plus 4. 17 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. As you ram into her, she hits more the ground because she rolls into it, and you see her just spew out a bunch of blood. She is now classified as bloodied, and a little bit further than that. She's not dead, but she's not looking too good.
And, yeah, I can't talk, but, like, I try and give her a stare, like, stay down, as well as I can as an elk. But, yeah. That's it.
All right.
We need to deal with this woman quickly and get out of here.
Talon.
Well, I'll stab this bitch. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. They knocked away. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, she get away. You know, a little closer. You can't get away, you silly hoe. Come here. Give a little, like, send in my hootie hoot, and I'm gonna stab her. This bitch. Wait, she's classified as bloody, right? You said?
Yes.
Yep.
I guess I'll just keep saving my spells. Keep stabbing her. I like that. Oh wait, I got a green flame blade. Ugh. Thank God for advantage. 21 will probably hit. Yes.
21 advantage, of course. Yeah, 21 does hit.
Yep, for one. All right, the next two don't have advantage though. As I stab again.
You have advantage because she's prone.
Oh, that's right. I have advantage on all of them.
Hits
now
and
it
hits.
helps. It, like pooped in her eyes or something when she's down there. I don't know. Take that, bitch.
All three hit.
I'm gonna. Oh, I think. Oh, no, I didn't use my. I'm gonna use. You know what? I will use. Oh no, I can't. I have to still use it as an action. In mine. I forgot. I was gonna use my absorb. But I have to use it as an action.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I need some life, but it's okay.
You carve into her heavily and thoroughly. Did you already do the green flame blade damage?
Oh no, it only does 1d8 extra. So.
All right.
I thought you get extra damage once you level like 11.
Nice.
Nice.
It does. It just does a d8 now instead of going to somebody else. Like it doesn't have to go to anybody else. It's just like a flat d8 extra damage now. Oh yeah, I get a d6 too. I forgot of fire damage because of the absorb elements. Take that, bitch. Oh, max damage.
Nice.
Yeah. Maxing out.
You burn into her heavily, your weapon's strength and decorum, and immediately you can tell that she is very hurt. Not dead, but she cannot take another couple of those swings. Soon after, it is her turn, which is the unfortunate part, because that's kind of what I was waiting to proc this thing.
She didn't lose concentration with all that damage.
I have been rolling from time to time. Surprisingly enough, she has not. Wow.
Yeah.
I've been rolling well.
It's pretty easy if you have good con saves. Like you can roll a lot of good saves.
I mean, that's true, technically. But her flat rolls, most of them have just passed it. Thankfully. Immediately you feel her stand up. She obviously stands up. She's not going to do that. What was that?
Half her movement.
Yes. Eating up half her movement. Yeah. Looking around her as... No, I'm going to do this in character. Really? I understand attacking me. I even understand you all surrounding me. This is almost the exact par-for-par situation that we found ourselves not that long ago.
Do we know you?
I quite literally mean like a couple cents ago when I hit you with fire.
Oh, that. Well, there was a reason, Talon, that I was trying not to be in a straight line.
Simpletons.
Why'd you do that? That was a terrible idea.
I'm tired of you two. Claps both her hands together, and immediately an electrical bolt bursts through both Cerberus and...
She'd have to move.
Talon. Why?
If she's doing lightning ball, it goes in a straight line. It wouldn't hit both of us.
Yeah, what?
It's
Yeah,
5 feet, right?
Yeah.
5 feet wide.
She can burn onto your left side and your right, and Talon's right side.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's just whenever anyone else did it, it always had to have been in a line. So that's why I questioned it.
I get it. I mean, I understand. Sorry, I'm going to move you. I understand that. But geometry works in more than one dimension. She can shoot it up in the air if she wanted to.
I was just making mention what all the other DMs and players did.
I get it.
Was always fine.
Yeah.
That's why I thought I'd make mention of it.
No problem.
Continue.
Look, if anyone has an issue with it, let me know. I can totally adjust it. She just has to move.
I don't.
Yeah, she just move a little bit. It'll be fine.
I don't have an issue. I just thought I'd make mention of it.
I mean, I didn't mean like an issue. I mean like rule-wise, if I'm correct or not. Perfectly fine if it's not. I don't know who drew that.
Got 14.
Immediately, a bolt burns into the air. Talon, go ahead and roll your dexterity saving throw. Absorb elements probably would help. Nice. Although, at your current state, I am not sure if it'll help extremely well. Absorb elements, though, is pretty good.
Yeah, that's a great spell. It really has kept me alive, actually. All these big blast spells. Like, if I would have been taking them on the chin, I'd be losing so much. So, the reduction of damage is the only reason I'm still alive, and maybe the only reason why I might still be standing right now. We'll see.
An actual bolt bursts into the air, hitting both of you. Hitting serves for a total of 23 points of damage.
14 did pass.
Did you pass? 14.
Does it pass?
No, it does not pass, unfortunately. And with 26, Talon, you do pass. It's a good thing you have service there.
Yeah.
Taylor, you take half, so I'm going to round it up to 24. Sorry.
Okay. I take 6.
Half. So you take 12. Then you take 6, D2 rounding. Yeah. Bursting
8 damage. I'm down to 8 HP now. I'm not doing so good.
Yeah.
I'm not so feeling so hot.
And
4.
then it actually hits her turn because she's been holding that this entire time.
That wasn't her turn.
Well, that's not good. Oh no. Well, hopefully she doesn't have any more of those, or else.
She immediately swings down as if she's about to pick up a blade, but one simply materializes out of shadow, and, well, you're not sure what it is, but it turns crimson red. And then her voice almost echoes in a rubato, as if speaking with multiple voices, and she does look towards all of you, really. Except Kaithal has no idea where Kaithal is. Currently, visibility has shrunken down to 20 feet. Well then, this is new. Ah, what fun I can have with these people. Oh, it's been a while since I actually had to use a different body. Let's have some fun. And then when he goes to try to swing with that new blade in to Taylor.
Oh shit! Roll low, baby, roll low. And Daddy don't got no shield.
That's 17. Thankfully enough,
Nope.
low enough. As she tries to stab into you, you simply move out of the way, and then she twists the blade backwards, and she goes, "Oh no, we're not done yet," and tries to swing in again. And 14 definitely doesn't succeed. It'd be weird if it did. And you completely dance around this weapon. Cerberus.
Look over to anyone, please. Help! I'm almost dead. I'm not sure what else I can do, really. I don't have passive healing. Oh, wait, there's one thing I can do. Okay. First off, since she's now going into melee, I don't know if...
She has now gone into melee. You don't know if she has any more spells, but she hasn't procced any.
I don't know if this is going... No, that's not going to work. I've been thinking about what to do. My cure wounds won't do anything. I don't really have anything to really... And I've already used up almost all of my lay on hands. The only thing I can really do
It's time for you to show us what you really can do.
Is this. Since I got it back because we got healed from before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many hit dice can I use? Is it half or by proficiency? It's 3 right now. Okay, yeah, it's my proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I bring up my body covered in wounds and blood. My blood starts running even more, and it crawls up to my blade, and I raise it up and bring it down hard to cause a shockwave of force, so I can hit her and heal all of us. What is the dice? Oh yeah, it's my what dice do I use?
I think it's your pool dice. What's it called? The short rest dice. Blanking on me. I don't know if you add your.
Oh yeah, sorry. Take away
Constitution.
4. I just pressed hit dice because it was the easiest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So take away 4 from each one of those.
So subtract 12 out of the total. Is the easy way of doing it. So 25, 38, subtract 12, 26.
So she takes 26 damage, and I get back 26 health.
Yeah, so the people around you. So go ahead and heal. You can tell that a lot of this burnt into her heavily. She's a little crazy right now. She does look heavily injured, and she cannot survive like another attack like that. She's barely hanging on.
And I have to move because I really cannot take another one of those hits. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I really have to
Jump
move.
in the rope trick.
I can't get that far.
Oh, too bad. You're slow.
I have to end my turn here. I used up everything I have.
Cerberus is not a monk. Kaito.
Sorry, did we got 24 hit points back as well?
You got the total. No, wait. Sorry, you didn't get the total. You got subtract 12. So yes, everyone, I believe, around you, Cerberus?
30 feet.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is amazing. I will take that. 24, Jesus. Almost full health.
Was it
Try a full.
30 feet around you right now, or 30 feet from when you did it?
When he did it.
Yeah, okay. So that's...
So
okay.
you get 24 back. Talon and Tolan.
Yeah, I don't... Okay, I am going to have the Rock attack her again.
Okay. Before you do the damage, because
Before I
25
do that,
does do damage. Cerberus, do you have like the mobile feat that it doesn't allow you to be attacked?
No, I don't have that. She
Then-
gets an attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
She's
Thankfully,
No.
that's terrible. Kaito, continue.
okay. So he, the Rock attacks.
Yeah.
And then I will run. Oh, actually, let me ask you this. With her not knowing where I am at this point, would I have advantage or no?
You would.
Okay. So I'm just going to attack her instead of running anywhere just yet.
Actually, I'm
Um,
going to see your distance.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It would be a flat roll.
35 feet.
It would be a flat roll. Disadvantage due
Okay.
to vision, but advantage due to, ironically enough, vision. So it evens out.
Okay. Well, that does not work.
All right.
So we will take a second swing or fling or whatever you call it.
Yeah, 24 definitely does hit. And Kaito, how do you want to bring her down since she only had 4 health left?
I'm going to whistle and I'll throw the chakram. Well, I guess Duroc can't grab it because it's 500 pounds. I was going to have him catch it and come down on top of her with it.
That's fine. We can do it thematically.
Okay, thematically, I'm going to throw it like a frisbee to my dog and have him grab it and come down on top of her with it.
Yeah. Kaito, you chuck it directly towards your... for some reason, I feel like he's a mastiff. I don't know why. It bends and breaks the cobblestone underneath him, bouncing up. Your hound jumps into the air, grabs onto it, twists their body where they don't actually have to carry it. Rather, they're using the momentum and the weight of it to curve it downwards and render her in half.
That's a good one. I like that. I'll take that. Thank you, sir.
Ending combat. Maybe.
all right. We need to get moving. I think I ran over. Is there anything important that I can tell on her body?
You can tell that her clothes are made of very fine garments and silks. The coat itself seems to be very innately stronger than should be. Other than that, she does have like leather armor strapped everywhere here and there. She does have like a satchel to her side where she probably would have kept the book, but she might have other things there as well. She doesn't have anything else except for that blade that immediately disappeared when Kaithok cut her in two.
I just take her bag so in case there's anything evidence-wise, and as I do so, I take some of her hair.
All right. Snap,
I'm-
grab bag.
At this point, I'm going to tell everybody to keep your eye open because I'm sure there's more. There's something else around here. I just don't know where.
All right.
All right. So
I also say like, wait, like we gotta find Shade like quickly. I think he's hurt, but before I do that, actually, I just like scream in frustration, like from not being able to finish like killing her because I really wanted to, but also like in victory. It's like a primal like. You guys hear me like just like yell like in like primal like fury like after like the chakram like comes down like before the din of battle like it's not like it gets quiet when I start yelling like it's like before the din of battle like go down.
Yeah. There's a list of things we need to do. We need to get out of here.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Can I look for Shade though?
We need to get Shade. We need to get the 2 girls and the 1 other girl.
Yeah. First problems first. I think Shade's over here somewhere. Can I look for him?
Yeah, I want everyone to go ahead and roll perception checks. Cerberus, you already did. Anyone else may do so now.
I'm like, somebody's dead.
Hey, Tolwyn, once we find them, can you carry them?
Not good. Not good.
Kathleen and Tolwyn, you begin to search around, and you cannot tell for the life of you where this person is. You've met Shade a couple times, so it's not that hard to distinguish them from anything else, and plus you're the only people up top. When you look around where the body lay down when you got here, it is no longer there, but you do see snow drag marks being dragged further into town as if heading towards the destination you came from.
I guess we're going there.
Like somebody being dragged or like somebody dragging themselves?
You guys did well. You do see like small childlike shoe footprints dragging this 3 times sized man with them.
Start moving there.
Yeah, Tolwyn's not going to wait for everyone else. He's going to chase after the drag marks. He's really fast.
Makes sense.
I go with him. At least I try to.
Kaithal's going to grab the book and start to follow along. But I'm definitely grabbing the book first before I do anything else.
All right. You grab the book, jump in, grab it, jump back out. And immediately Cerberus and the elk begin to just rush immediately straight towards the dragging marks. This guy's no longer here. And back to the library, where 1/4 of this very gruesome fight happened.
I thought we managed to stabilize Vera.
No.
Oh, damn.
I thought Shade had the opportunity to do so or something.
No.
I know he took them both out.
He took Connie out. Vera went down. Mastiff took Vera's body and dragged it out. You have no idea if she's dead or alive. So, X. Shade unconscious. He's making death saves. You're not sure if he passed or not. But dragged out of the fight because Connie, while not a child, but the size of a child, dragged him out of the fight. Not happening.
Thank you for reminding me, DM. I couldn't remember.
It's all good. It's been a while. Honestly, you've been fighting nonstop for the last couple sessions.
So, onward. Connie, there you are. Glad to see you still up. What's the situation?
I mentioned she's not a child, but unfortunately, she's still quite young. Immediately, points down towards her friends. You can tell that she's been crying for quite some time, and she, in tears, which I can't emulate because I am not that very good of an actor, does simply state, I don't know what's wrong.
I reach a hand out to each of them, and I try to give each of them 1 point of on hands.
With Shade, ironically enough, he was stable, so he gets back up. He is heavily hurt, but otherwise not down for the count. And when you go over Talon at this point, you arrive. Kaithal, you and Rock arrive. Tolwyn, are you still a giant-ass elk? You can be. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, just because I wanted to move over to the people that are hurt as quickly as possible.
Yeah. You were definitely able to do that.
Okay. And I wanted to try to determine if, Shade was breathing, if Vera is dead.
When you go over, Service begins to heal Shade. You check both pulses. Sure, you can check both pulses. It's gonna be weird, but sure. Go ahead and roll medicine checks.
And I will drop the elk form when I get to them, I guess.
Would make sense. You begin to look around and begin to try to stabilize these two. With the help of magic, Service, you're able to bring Shade back to consciousness. He heavily gasps for air, but is okay. He's not going to be able to fight for the next couple of days, but he is not okay. Not okay. Magical effect. Darn it!
DM, are you okay?
I just remembered what Shane's thing was.
Well, it's holy power, not really magic, but continue.
What's the spell say?
I did it to both Shade and Vera, by the way.
Yeah. What does the lay on hands say? The description, please.
One moment.
You
touch can heal wounds. You have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. With the pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your party level times 5. And as an action, you can touch a creature and draw power from the pool to restore a number of hit points to that creature, up to the maximum amount mirroring in your pool. Alternatively, you can expend 5 points to your pool of healing to cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison effect affecting it. You can cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poisons with a single use of Lay on Hands, expending hit points separately for each one. This feature has no effect on undead and constructions. Yeah, it'll work. Much like, ironically enough, like Tolwyn, like his animal form, also kind of works in this weird loophole. Cool. Forget that little commotion I did a little earlier ago. Shades away! When you go to do it to Vera, it is not grasping any life. When you go to examine her, when you begin to examine Shade, he's breathing and conscious, but just barely. When you go ahead and examine Vera, there is no life in there. I'm not sure how long ago she's been gone, but...
In that case, he would immediately try to use his once per day time reversal. So once per day reverse effects of time on one person by a minute.
How do you have this ability?
That was what happened when I meditated on the weapon of life in the baths.
Yeah, and
that was one of the things that was awakened. Service, that might have been where I gave you that thing.
I asked you about it, and I thought I was right or wrong, but... Well, I'll ask you about it again later, just to make sure.
I will have to check back on that, Service. It's been a while. Remember, as many times I've explained before, short-term memory issues, so things sometimes slip here and there. I apologize if I'm wrong. Begin to turn the clock back. And time for this person goes back a minute. They are currently still not breathing, but time on their body has gone back a minute.
Okay.
May I make a try at something?
Depends.
I want to try to do CPR.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
As I try to do so, I'll explain to, how do you say, Tolwyn, what I'm doing.
Tolwyn acknowledges and immediately asks if anyone has a diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
No, I don't. I didn't think you've even gotten 300 gold in total for the entire game so far yet.
No.
Servers, you begin to create a form of CPR, and you begin to pump breath into her lungs. You begin to beat her heart. And when Tolwen looks towards the rest of the gang and asks, does anyone have a giant-ass diamond? Connie just chucks a massive gemstone straight at your head. Not in anger, but like frustration that all of this is happening to her and her friends.
Right. In which case, if the lay on hands does not bring her back, I will cast Revivify.
Alright. Begin to try to heal her and mend her back with medicine check is strong. Right now it is keeping her circulation up and running, but lay on hands is not affecting her quite right. Tolwen, how long do you wait until you do something?
Like almost immediately. Like if he's doing it and like checking and it's not like he's still continuing and it's not working, I'm just gonna cast Revivify.
All right. You begin to cast into this diamond as it begins to form, crack, and break apart into your hands, releasing into a pool of life energy, as if bringing whatever soul might be near into this pool of energy and magic. And then you seep it back into the body of Vera, or attempting to seep whatever you can from this very young woman that expired far, far too soon. You plunge this magic into her very core, and as Severus begins to continue beat the heart, give breath to the lungs, eventually one final push brings back life into her. She has been dead for a total of 1 minute 45 seconds. So the minute thing barely worked.
And Tolan will collapse on the ground.
I will also collapse as well.
Connie goes to her friends. That's straight up gonna happen. Go ahead.
And then I go and give Vera another point of lay on hands to help stabilize her.
I'll help my friends stumbling around because they're embarrassing me.
All right, guys, we need to get Tolwyn. Do you have another transformation?
No, I'm out for the day. I'm out until we take a rest.
Drat. We're going to have to drag everyone then by hand. All right.
I want everyone to go ahead and roll perception check. Or if your past perception is 17, you don't have to roll one.
I'm 15.
Mine is definitely not a 17.
I see reality.
You see reality in all forms, shapes, and sizes.
I see nothing.
Okay. Yeah, Surface and Tolwyn, you're good to go. As everyone begins to pack up, look around, and make sure that everybody can be contained, you do see those giant bull-like rockstone creatures just walking around the windows. They can't see you right now since they're in that storm, but they begin to move through the streets more rapidly and ferociously. Right now, the storm is at its strongest. If you move now, you will likely be in the most danger and not be able to perceive anything on the streets. Alternatively, if you stay here and these things get lucky, you might weather an attack.
There are some options. Is there a second floor here?
There is technically a second floor. It is a bell tower. I forget the name of an actual bell tower. Something with a B. Doesn't matter. I'm going to say bell tower on the second floor.
All right, this is my idea. Spider boots. We'll try to make sure that we climb up the walls outside of their sight while we are taking some of these people up. We got some torches. We got some winter clothes. All we would need to do is huddle up real close in order to make sure that we don't die of hypothermia or something. We should be able to get through this without dying, but we're going to have to put in some effort. Can we do this?
That is entirely up to your team.
I'm talking to my team.
Okay.
We certainly better, or we will not be walking out of this place alive.
All right.
So let's do it.
I reach out and let's say I'm the strongest, so I'll pick up Vera.
You pick up Vera, Kaithel's Hound picks up Shade, or someone else does.
Yeah.
You begin to go up to the bell tower. Dog. How does dog jump onto another roof? I guess still
Well,
athletics.
The dog can just be can be picked up because we're using our spider climb to avoid being seen.
The dog is super heavy, but I'll allow it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what you want to jump across? You want to jump somewhere? Is that what I heard?
No, we're going to the second floor.
Going to the second floor is not the issue. It's like leaving this building is the issue, Cerberus.
Yeah.
Like, you get Vera, Shade, Connie into winter gear. You yourselves change with whatever equipment you have. Spider coming boots, you get onto the secondary floor. While you're there, the bell tower itself, Bell Reef? I forget what it's called.
Belfry.
Belfry! Thank you!
There's no windows or anything we can't be seen, right?
No. The window, air quotes, are the little arches that the bell rings through, and you can see through it into the city itself. These creatures themselves are, I was going to say landlocked, but that sounds weird, are only roaming through the streets. They are not looking up or around. They are combing it. I can't tell you what they're doing, but they're not looking up. The storm itself is very keeping your visibility very secret.
Is the girl going to be okay where she is for a day or so?
Right now, she is in a secure area. So long as you believe she could be okay, she will be. They weren't looking for anything there because you started there and you saw the patterns that they were going to. So as long as nothing has changed that plan, she should be fine.
Well, the girl should be inside of a building. She's not outside. I know that much.
I'm talking about the enemy. The enemies are outside. She herself, I believe, is in that inn you guys are currently staying at. Secured and contained.
Alright, then that's fine. Now we just gotta worry about ourselves. Alright, can we make sure that we're in a sort of place ourselves in such a way that we can block the windows or any view to the outside so we can have use some of our torches for heat?
Oh, are you going to use this secondary story as like a campsite?
I kind of thought that was the idea, right?
Oh, okay.
That we're not going to be seen. We're going to stay inside the building, at least for a while, so the monsters don't find us. I mean, we can't leave the building because they'll find us.
Yeah.
I thought that was the idea from the beginning.
I wasn't following your plan whatsoever, except for the secondary story thing. You begin to brag. This plan works, honestly. You begin to drag everyone and everything into the secondary story. Grab some tables, grab some book nooks, dump most of the books, unfortunately, and then begin to contain the area where the windows will be, leaving no real form or crack around them. You do leave like a little slit, so you can see and peer through from time to time, but overall it is very defensively procured. You bring some books to read because it will be some time until the storm subsides.
For heat, in case we need it, in case the torches go out. We got some candles.
Yeah. You break some chairs to make some firewood as well. I want one of you, and you can choose who, makes a survival check to see how well this make-to shanty tent
Do we
does.
think this is going to take longer than an hour?
A building?
Like
yeah.
the storm? No, the storm, like the storm passing by.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it would. It was supposed to be for days.
At least a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only have a +2 to survival.
I have a +8.
You do it, man.
Say not me.
Help us, Tolan.
I'll try to give you advantage.
I nominate Tolan.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys are
Oh,
8,
yeah.
I would have advantage, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
the team
Yeah,
helping out while Tolwyn makes plans, and 14.
Thank goodness I'll give you advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Roll yourself a d4, man.
16.
16, pretty good.
Guidance.
As the team begins to be coordinated by Tolwyn, the walls, the small little slit in case you need to peer outside, a little shoe rack here and there to make sure that your provisions are taken care of in case the storm works out. You can survive for the night, and eventually you do begin to fall asleep. Making rounds, Taylin, Kythal, Tolwyn, Cerberus, Connie takes a round. No one currently is looking through you. For the first night, everything is calm, but the storm is hitting hard, beginning to shackle and chain everything around it. Right now, the planks of wood and the bookshelves around you are rattling, but they are holding strong. But some of them begin to crack and crease, but right now they are fine. The next following day, you definitely have provisions for that day. So you begin to eat, begin to drink, and begin to set a fire to make sure your bodies keep their regulated temperatures. As you begin to repair any cracks, any debris that might have come around, you do see that a few other people are walking the streets. And I'm talking people, not people of the city, but unfortunately, more bad guys, or what you consider bad guys. These creatures are on horseback, and one of them seems to be in that same type of robe you saw that shadowy creature in. Sorry, that weird octopi person in. They aren't looking at you, but they are wandering the streets, so, danger still persists. Right now, they're coordinating movements and heading further into town.
All right, here's a couple of thoughts I have in mind. Talon, it's been a day, so we get all our stuff back. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, Talon, be prepared to use a rope trip if we have to. Me and Tolwyn and Kythal, if we can look out without being spotted, hopefully, and try to maybe draw up a map of their patterns, if there is one, perhaps we could rush towards one of the entrances to the underground in order to escape from them without being seen.
Well, I'd be worried that if anybody did see us, we would be exposing an entrance to this underground and potentially putting the rest of the town in danger. I think we're safe here for now.
Do we know about the defenses of the underground? Because they could have just gone to the underground.
These storms have been here and there, and they've been always looking for something. It's only now, when Vero was on the surface, that they might have found it. Thankfully enough, though, you now have it, and they're still looking around. They may not know about the underground, which, ipso facto, if you do something to, make it visible, that might prove dangerous for the people of the city.
Okay, so it was ignorance that protected the people from the underground. All right, got it. That's fine.
We're planning.
Good point, Tolwyn. I didn't consider it. I thought maybe there was something special about the underground that kept it.
Hey, Tolwyn.
Go in there.
There might be. Honestly,
Tolwyn.
You have yet to be there.
What, so Talon would talk to you while we're sitting there freezing our balls off, a little bit. I'd be like, so what, I would ask you to explain to me what powerful, like, druid magics that, we would, first, I guess I started talking about how, like, we would, our fight and stuff, and, like, how I saw you, like, doing it. It was like, I knew it was you. All of a sudden, a fucking elk comes out of nowhere. How do you, like, explain to me, like, your druid, like magics, like, and spell, like, how can, like, what are these powerful things, like, you can do? And, like, I'm trying to, like, get at, like, your most powerful, like, abilities, like, also, like, your third level, like, spells and stuff like that. It's, like, what I'm trying to understand, like, as well.
Tolwyn wouldn't be able to tell you everything, because some things would be circle secrets, but he would be able to tell you, I'm in tune with nature, and I can channel some of its power. For instance, it gives me the ability, through the rituals of my circle, I am able to turn into powerful creatures to defend those I care about and the natural world, and I am capable of casting relatively powerful magics, such as the ability to bring someone back from the dead. The things I have, like, prepared are, like, I can take control of a small part of a storm or create one and draw lightning from the sky. I can dispel magic, and I can exude an aura of vitality.
That's right, the Aura of Vitality. And it's 2d6, right? Or 2d6 to one person?
Yeah, so it's like 30-foot radius, concentration up to a minute, and until the spell ends, I can use a bonus action to cause one creature within 30 feet of me to regain 2d6 hit points.
I like that. I asked if you would, I bring one of my swords out. I'm like, since we're sitting here, I'm like, would you cast one of those? You cast that spell, the Aura of Vitality, and bless this blade with it. And like I like present Roricon like my gleaming blue blade as it like, softly glows if you take it anyway, or touch it, or whatever you need to do.
I can only exude that from myself. I channel it through me.
Yeah, so I can't put it on there. Yep, that's true. You're right. I'm like,
It has been a day, so server is correct. Go ahead and heal yourselves if you have not.
What about the I guess the call lightning is the other one? Is it an action every time on your turn, or is it a bonus action? It's an action, isn't it?
I believe it's an action.
I think it's an action, yeah.
Action to cast, but a bonus action afterward.
I think it's an action on your turn every time you do it. I believe.
Bonus action to do call lightning. I've
never been a wizard. I mean, I've never been a druid. Never done it.
On each of your turns until it spends, you can use your action to call down lightning.
But I thought it was after you casted the spell, your following turns, it's bonus action.
Nope.
Not for call lightning.
Not for call lightning. I was like, I remember that. That was one of the things I remember. I was like, that's strange. Like for us, it's like.
I haven't used call lightning that often, so your guess.
I was hoping to get that healing thing, and like we both like do it actually. But I'll take what you said. Control the storm. Bring somebody back to the dead. Oh, that's fine. I just nodded and I said thank you, like for explaining it to me.
Yeah.
Making some conversations in there.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah.
Take some notes and stuff in my notebook. I'm always like taking notes and stuff like.
Yeah. I'll kind of explain like the power that I have kind of flows through me. Generally speaking, there's not many things I can do where I would cast it on another object.
I see.
Through the rest of this day, Service and Kaithal begin to make plans and preparations. Sorry, Kaithal and Service, I'm taking control of your characters, but they would do this.
No, I was going to say something anyway.
Oh, so okay, Kaithal, go ahead.
No. I was going to say that's what I was going to start doing. So go ahead with what you were.
Oh, I was going to say you guys begin to make preparations to get that one random girl you guys saved back at the inn. With Kaithal's face stepping and getting there without an issue, you guys are able to easily grab her and bring her back here without anyone the wiser.
Well, thank you very much, TM.
I would like to, like, whenever I have a chance, like, peeking through the cracks we have towards the sky, I am looking for like the center of the storm and the potentially like blue sphere thing that might be in it.
The center of the storm is likely going to be within the next few hours, so you will be staring at the sky for quite some time.
Okay.
Kaithal, you were saying?
No. I was just saying that I was going to start almost doing the same thing, peering out the windows, but not up to the sky. I was actually going to try to watch around or wherever I guess I can see, and just kind of, I guess I'm just kind of keeping an eye on things, watching where these people are walking, if they are walking, or where they're kind of looking. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to make a plan from up top.
Yeah, from what we can tell, they are they might have never been, but they are definitely not organized one way or the other. So with the information that you do have, you can tell that as long as you don't draw attention to yourself, you should be fine. Tolwyn, go ahead and roll under survival as you survey the land and also take care of the surrounding walls and rebuild them.
There is something I also like to do before the day is over.
What's that?
I'll wait until Tolwyn's done.
Okay. Man. Once again, I honestly don't know why I told Tolwyn to roll survival since they've been really, really good at it. You begin to prepare everything, make sure any of the cracks, any of the breaks are repaired, leave slits everywhere in case you need to view things. And you can tell that the storm's middle point is close at hand in the next 30 minutes, as the funneling system of the storm is becoming a little bit slower, revealing some blue in the sky. Sky blue, not stone. So
I
just
think I
a little
see
bit.
it. Guys. Blue thing.
See it?
Blue thing.
You look up into the sky yourselves, and you do see the sky once more. No longer clouded, and the storm itself is at the epicenter now. But it will take a few minutes until the actual epicenter of the storm is viewable, which gives Service enough time to do something. Service, what do you plan to do?
If there was any time DM during the day
Mhm.
before this moment, I wanted to see if I can make a type of ritual to get information from some of the body parts that I've been collecting from some of the people. I wanted to know if I could do a sort of a ritual to get the most impressionable memories that they may have had.
Huh? Yeah, that would be. Do you have like Talk with Dead?
No.
Then that would be religion. This is the first time you're doing it, so -3. Oh wow! Pick a religion roll. You begin to hone in and concentrate within the memory scope of which part are you doing it to?
The fox boy that we fought.
All right, you grab tendrils of their hair and begin to hone in on that form and function. As you begin to cast your own energy into this thing, trying to begin to drag out any type of imprint left over by the dead, you feel a sensation of various flashbacks into your mind, a type of sepia tone back into memory that is foreign to you, which is why it's in black and white and muted grays. You do see a whole bunch of people gathered around a specific epicenter, but it's not a place, it's more of a memory and of a mind. The entire place, it's silhouetted in darkness, and these 5 individuals are looking at this one person in the epicenter. She states in a feminine voice, which is why you believe that they're a female, that strange vibrato sound you heard once before from the woman you guys technically just killed. Now then, children, you know the drill and you know the deal. We will once again look into that town of Bard, see if the item is there. You do hear someone in... Technically, it's not their voice, so you wouldn't hear them clearly. Does state, Are you sure about this? Do you think it'll be here this time? We've been there multiple times before. And the woman in the middle then states and looks towards this individual. Oh dear, don't worry about that. Don't worry your pretty little head. We need to continue the search for new items to continue to funnel the storms, to create more, and to make sure we can finally make a breach and break into the walls that separate us from everywhere else. And then, then the real fun will begin. Now then. She takes his cheek and looking towards the rest of her, generally children, she does state, Now then, children, go forth and bring Mother what she needs. As the memory fades away.
I take a deep gas as I clean off my hands roughly. Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting something that intense. Phew. Guys, I got some important information to tell you. And I take it this is when Tolwyn makes his statement.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be quiet for the moment. And I look up.
As you stare into the sky, you do see everyone else staring up in the sky. Blue sky for about another 10 minutes. Unfortunately, told when you said it a little too soon. But eventually, a gemstone about the size of a house begins to roam in the sky. Man, if this wasn't magical, it'd definitely be very impressive to carry this thing. Looking at it, you can tell, instead of the blue color you saw beforehand, you do see a very turquoise green, not turquoise green, looking color to this gemstone. It looks more like an emerald that has been cracked in multiple places, but the epicenter of this thing is solid. It looks like a gemstone in the middle and various other parts of it crackling and breaking apart all around it. If you've ever seen the rings of Saturn up close, like those images, kind of like that, like a whole bunch of rocks around this bigger rock.
Talon, be prepared to cast rope trick. It might buy us at least an hour.
What do you guys do? Right now it is in the sky, roughly around 100 feet.
I look outside. Does it look like the road's clear?
The road is still moving, but the area itself is super clear thanks to the storm being not really visible currently. In fact, you see full visibility. Right now, the streets are not clear. The hunt still persists, and just about every other street has things, people, creatures, breaking things apart, going in and out of places. Ironically enough, not here yet.
Damn it.
But there are things around. It is dangerous, but not impossible to do something.
Is Shade, Vera, Connie, and the girl, they're conscious? Or...
They are conscious, but Vera and Shade are in no condition to do anything. And the woman you guys saved, even worse.
I've healed them when I could.
I mean, like, they're not dying anymore, but she is not a fighter in her normal state, and now she no longer has innate magic. Shade super hurt, and that's all I'm going to say about him. And Vera, quite literally, was dragged from the dead.
From the brink of death. Got it.
Nah, she was dead. Dead.
Talon, be prepared to cast rope check to buy us some time if we need it.
None of you know how to fly, do you?
No.
Me neither.
Is there any?
I would help.
You said that the gem or the blue stone thing. How high in the air is it?
100 feet, but you are on the second floor. That is a good point. So I'm going to say 75 feet from the current point you guys stand at.
Okay, and is there any other buildings that are taller than where we are?
The only other building that's taller is the church corridor section, which is 3 stories up, which does mean that is, I'm going to say, another couple feet. So if you get there to the top of that place, it'll be 50 feet away at that point.
Okay.
DM, what's the specifics of the killing ability or the ability I would have gotten from the Death Blade?
If I'm certain and you roll a natural 20, and the individual against you must roll a death saving throw with no indicated markers and must roll a 14 or above, I think they just die. I could be wrong. I'll have to honestly look at the session we did that in earlier. But I believe that's it.
Alright, well, I was thinking that for a moment I could have used it against the sphere because the sphere seems to be maybe connected to whatever spellcraft was used. So I thought maybe I could kill the sphere for a moment, but maybe I can't.
Sphere isn't dead, but I like their thinking. That being said, though, you guys do have the information at hand. You guys can jump, skip, and a hop there. I think 30 feet. You guys also have the song. I think everyone learned it except maybe Talon. And Talion honestly has the fluctuation. I said a bad word accidentally. Face step into the area. So you guys have ways of getting into the core gemstone. It's just getting up there is the problem.
Why would we want to go in right now? We're not really in a position to
Yeah,
deal
that's. I'm just saying you guys have ways of doing this. But do you guys do anything? The area is clear, but enemies are all about, and the storm has subsided currently in this area, but all around you there is a storm. Like, the storm has yet to completely pass the town. You're just at the epicenter of it. Is there anything you do, or do you let it go?
I think we have to let it go, guys.
I think we have to let it go right now.
All right.
I
I
guess
don't think
so.
we're strong enough.
I don't know how to get to it.
A few more hours pass, and the edge of the funnel begins to bring the storm back, dragging along snow and making things harder to see. The next night, you are able to sleep quite well since Tolwyn repaired once again the area. Stools in the light are burned to create heat. You eat a few more rations here and there. And while in the nighttime, you do hear things breaking and cracking. And you do hear something break into the library. Looks around. You do hear books being tossed and thrown by wild creatures. And then you hear those creatures leave the area soon after. You wait. Switch shifts. Wait. And by the following morning, you don't see any enemies around you. The storm is still barely there, and it'll likely leave. However, it'll likely leave by this evening. The rest of your companions, that are Vera, Connie, Shade, and that random woman, are doing better. Shade and Vera are able to walk once more, but that young woman. Honestly, I'm gonna go with woman. Maiden sounds weird. I don't know why. Is needing tending to, so she's not going anywhere. She is, again, Service, you did a good job. But a fighter, she is not.
I have some ideas for this person. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But then the next...
Go
ahead.
Sorry, I was just wondering, did we go, like, we've had a couple days up here, have we gone through the stuff that we took off of that dead sorceress?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to go back to the first day. Opening it up, you do see a few things here and there. You unfurl it. You do find 4 health potions. Standard, I'm afraid. You do find, like, 2 knives about the size of your palms. So easily palmed, ironically enough. With a strange sigil inscribed into it. And Tolwyn, you can read this because it's technically in Druid script. One says end, and the other one says start.
Oh.
Sorry, beginning and end. My bad.
Beginning and end.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It could just be off. You don't know. That being said, though, you do also see a book, and that's all they had on them. The book itself is titled A Very Strange, Macabre Way. It's written in common, so anyone can honestly see the cover and read it, unless you don't speak or read common. And I think everyone here does, so it doesn't really matter. It does read core functionality within the magical spectrum. You can go ahead and roll on what that means, but honestly, it's not that hard to decipher if I wrote this correctly. Alright, 14 is pretty good. Arcana, it's not really grasping your mind. Kythal, nah, not quite there. Tolwyn, from what we can tell and reading this ledger book, it does seem to be trying to understand magic and its properties, but fundamentally the ways they were used prior to the severing of the gods from this world. If you had to guess, they're preparing for something related to the gods. And if you had to guess, they are preparing anyone with enough power to hone their skills. Which is daunting, worrying, and they already seem to have a plan.
I will suggest that we let Vera, what's her name again? Connie and Shade have a look at it too.
Right.
Just because they might be more knowledgeable about what's going on, and especially about being able to understand sort of the implications of it. Especially since I'm not an arcane caster anyways, so...
Connie looks at it, foreign to her, unfortunately. Shade looks at it, not his thing. Vera, magical person, totally her thing. Given this information, she does state, from what I can tell, it does seem to orchestrate a way of adapting magic into a new form. Or rather, using the old form to enhance what we currently have. I don't know why any of this would be useful, though. It would have to be... Well, the web of magic itself would have to be reknit, and afterwards they could use it, but... Is that what they're trying to do?
Well, I mean, if these storms are pure magical chaos, if you could bring... If there was enough of them, that the world was essentially consumed by pure magical chaos, couldn't you hypothetically reorganize that into a new weave?
Well, she takes a pondering look at you and she goes, only if you had control of the storms. And it hits you. Because
I have some information to add to that. And I will explain to them what I saw in a vision.
Based on the information you guys have and based on the vision that Service just told you, she has somehow gained control of some of the storms. Maybe not all of them, but definitely a good chunk of them. Service, with the information at hand, they do have a plan at stake. And Tob, with the information you just now give, it seems they're bringing back the gods, or at the very least, the weave of magic that was long since broken away, leaving only tatters and bits behind. If you had to guess, they are restoring the world back to prior from what it once was, but potentially with a new person at the helm. And with the way things have been going, maybe it's not someone you want to have those reins. With the day passing and eventually the storm leaving, and you do hear the enemies leaving the town, the storm eventually, for now, it might make another round later, has left this city. The entire area is covered in snow, but thankfully, it has very capable adventurers to help plow those streets and the entire area. With a day one and a very, very tiring couple of days cramped up in an entire room, it might be time, after a few bits here and there, to leave this happy-go-lucky town finally. With the town saved and the citizens... Ironically enough, no one died. Very surprised about that. Your team managed to succeed. But with success brings new information, both from the enemy and to the enemy. You have learned more about the enemy now, but that doesn't mean you haven't left your traces behind as well. And we'll figure out what that means next time.